So my next guest is a professional stylist with a goal to maximise style and minimise waste, and she's helping achieve this one Perth wardrobe at a time. Image consultant Ciara Lowe-Thiedeman, welcome to Saturday Breakfast.
Thank you, Rowan. I'm glad to be here.
It's lovely to have you. Petticoats, are you a petticoat thumbs up, petticoat thumbs down?
Absolute up, definitely.
The inspiration behind chatting to you is our listeners' passion for petticoats, as you just heard. What is it about them? What are your thoughts on petticoats, and why should we be wearing them, perhaps?
Why should we be wearing them is they are a useful tool to, they're actually a very useful sustainability tool. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's make that connection. The original purpose of the petticoat was to keep people warm. It's a layer of clothing, okay, but also to protect the outerwear. If we think back to, well, obviously right back to 1500s, the sartorial history associated with petticoats is, you didn't wash, you didn't have access to water. So you didn't wash your outerwear as often as you would wash your underwear, and you would wash your underwear as in you would wear it into the bath or into the, into wherever you washed yourself.
Yep.
And so it was to protect the outerwear. And because you think about it, way back then, they didn't have lots and lots of clothes. So yeah, the idea was to protect the clothing on the outside and keep you warm on the inside, and add that extra layer to kind of also made the clothes, hang better. Yeah, it was about quality and also about sustainability. You needed to make those clothes last.
Yeah. Interestingly, we had a lot of listeners text in and talk about the impact it has on style and the way your clothing falls over you. But yeah, I suppose that importance of quality undergarments, maybe now we don't think so much about.
It is a really important, underwear should be sort of seen and should not be seen or heard. It should just do a really quiet job in the background, making you look and feel more confident. A well-fitted undergarment is going to make you stand taller. It's going to make you look more confident all around.
Petticoat is skewed gender-wise, one way in particular. My dad, for example, has always worn singlets under shirts, like no matter the temperature. Is that the same? Does that come from the same origin?
Objective. Yeah. Absolutely. It was about protecting the outerwear as well. And a layer of clothing, and a functionality of keeping those things clean. Your
goal as an image consultant is to maximise style and minimise waste. How are you trying to achieve that?
I have a formula, and the formula is you need to know what is the best color and what are the best styles. Who are you? Learn who it is that you are and actually just dress that. We need to have congruence. We need to know what kind of clothes make you look and feel fabulous. And it's yes, you wear whatever you want, but there will be lots of things that you don't want that fashion might be telling you that you need. And really getting clear on the difference between what you need to make you feel like you and that authenticity, because that's what's kind of missing in fashion, is a lack of education. So I consider myself an educator, and a lack of education around what you actually need every single day. If you know what you need, investing well, you got a pair of jeans and you say, I wear my jeans, 100 days a year. Well, don't buy them. Don't buy $20 versions of them. Buy a pair that's actually going to, that are going to, unless they're secondhand, in which case you can get a great pair for $20.
Yeah.
But, if you are buying retail, that you're buying a pair that are actually going to last you and make you look and feel fabulous.
As an image consultant, what's the main reason that a client comes to you? How do they generally reach out?
Their lack of knowledge. Yep. They're like, I don't know what to do anymore. Oftentimes I get people on a sort of metamorphic state, in that they are ready for a change and they know they don't have the tools to actually do that. So it might be a young graduate. It might be a woman or a man. I deal with lots of men as well, who are, changing or want to change career.
Yeah. It
might be, after divorce, it might be after babies. We don't know what we're doing, then call in a professional. And my clients are everyday people, and they are people I can relate to and people who can relate to me. It's really about every day, looking at your wardrobe and making sure that it is proportionally balanced to how you actually live. So there's no need, for you and I, without making assumptions, Rowana, to have lots of ball dresses in our red carpet wear.
Yeah.
It's more a good fitting pair of jeans, a good workwear to make you turn up and be seen and heard and valued in every aspect of your life, whether you're at the school gates, Coles, or in the boardroom.
So how does that conversation typically go with a client? What are you needing to know about them as you start working with them?
I always meet my clients where they're at. So I let them do the talking first. I let them tell me what they're struggling with. And that's where the counselling bit, the name, the style counsellor comes in, because it turns into, it's usually a first foray into self-development.
Right.
A real objective look at who they are and where they're at and what they might be, how they might be turning up in this world mismatched to who they truly are.
Yeah.
That conversation usually goes with, I've got a wardrobe full of clothes and nothing to wear. And my body has changed, or my lifestyle has changed, and I want you to help me fix that. And I am all about, shopping is not the first thing we do.
Right.
Shopping is usually the last thing we do.
Yeah, okay.
We really go through the education process. We do the theory of color. What's your best colors? And everybody has a quarter of all the colors in the world. It's not just, you get these 4 colors and away you go. And then
what are you looking for? Just on that, when you talk about colors, what are you looking for? Yeah.
So I use a really simple color theory, and that is that we match your undertones. Your undertones are either warm or cool.
Okay.
And then second to that is that they are either muted or bright. Okay. So
use me as an example in that conversation.
Okay. Well, I can't guess science, so we need to do this experiment.
Right.
Let's use me as an example.
Yep.
My undertones are warm. They're yellow based. Those colors are yellow based, and they are also they're muted. So I fall into the sort of autumn palette.
Right.
And my autumn palette, those colors are rich and warm and earthy, and some of them are vibrant. You can see.
So
today.
when you say undertones, that's not a physical thing.
Well, it is. It is quite physical. And if you've ever seen any pictures where, something changes when you surround it in a different color.
Yep.
Right? So you choose a picture and you frame it in one color and, and then it just looks much better.
Yeah.
It's like the picture itself came into focus.
Okay.
So that's sort of what we're trying to achieve. Really, that you are the focus and that you're the boss of the outfit. Do you ever wear something and someone goes, "That's a nice top, Rowena"?
Yeah. That color looks amazing on you.
Yeah. But it's the color they've seen.
Yeah.
It's not you. And I want those colors to harmonize with your overall palette, with the palette that is Rowena. So I teach people. Yeah.
Are there generic do's and don'ts when it comes to fashion and styling, Ciara?
Don't fall prey to fashion, and understand what style actually is. Who are you, and how do you need to take up space? What do you need in your wardrobe to make you feel like you? And really get educated. So that would be my do. Get yourself educated. Work with someone who's going to teach you that, to really kind of teach you the language of clothes, really.
Is there such thing as age appropriateness? The mutton done up as lamb sort of concept is a thing.
So clothes are inanimate. This is where my work comes in. Clothes are inanimate objects, right? They don't have a gender. They don't have anything. They're pieces of fabric that came hopefully from the earth, and they were sewn together, right? Yep. So no, there is nothing about age. There's nothing about gender. It is literally knowing, what do you need? What makes you feel fabulous? And then it's just licensed to go. We have a terrible relationship with clothes these days. And my work is all about really improving your relationship with clothes, to understand that they're tools that you use to help you look and feel good and do the job of whatever it is you've got to do in your day to turn up and feel comfortable.
Where does the role of hiring clothes, it seems to be big, really growing, and that's part of the sustainability push?
Totally here for that. Totally here for it, right? Again, hiring is kind of a sort of I always talk about having our relationship with clothes, but more like our grandparents. And hiring is the modern day version of borrowing your cousin's outfit for a wedding, right? Yep. Same situation. Hiring is really sustainable. I have hired the same gown because I loved it on a number of occasions, because it just worked for me. A gown I couldn't afford and really couldn't put to use as often as the price would dictate. It needed to, but it's access to something hugely sustainable, because it's not going to hang in your wardrobe and lurk. It's going to work on those 2 days that you might need it to, and away you go. Yeah, no, it's a great option, and I'm here for it. Totally here for it.
To wrap things up, can I put you on the spot for one piece of advice for everyone this Saturday morning? If you could give one thing, what would it be?
Know your colours, know your style. Learn your colours, learn your style.
Ciara, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming in and talking fashion with us.
Thank you.